Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. The morning show's back after a few days off. We've got just the most amount of basketball to talk about. Let's get into it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's good to have a few days off. I got to tell you, I got home last night and I was like, I'm ready. I'm ready for the week. So I'm excited to be back and on air. It was good to get away for a little bit, though. I hope everybody had a nice holiday. I did a little bit of everything. We were in Massachusetts for a couple of days. Then we went up to Portland, Maine to visit some friends for a couple of days. And then we were in the car for 7.5 hours yesterday, coming back from Portland to New York City, which is already like a long trip. And then add the fact that it's like the Sunday after Thanksgiving and truly gun in mouth situation. We got a lot of fun stuff coming this week, though. For today, what you have, we get a busy freaking day today. So we're actually we'll probably wrap around 50 minutes here because I have a meeting at 10 this morning. But then value hunting for So Rare will be out sometime around noon. We'll also have live before lock at 5:30 Eastern. And then at 8 o'clock, the 89 Cavs is officially returning. So a lot of fun stuff, happening. And listen, this is the last week of my 37th year. Okay. So it's going to be a good one. But a lot of fun stuff coming at you this week. A lot of good content. You guys already know the shit. Like the stream, subscribe. Let's see. Who do we got here this morning? Borland's here. Torb's here. We the Peeps is here. Jump Shooty. Airplane mode. Fernandez says it's been a while. Just here to say Jalen Brunson's an all-star. Dude, clinging on for hope over there in New York. Ghostface Trillo. Sneeps is here. We the People. Chewy. Blazemore. Mark's here. Matt says the worst part of the early World Cup games being on FS1 that you don't always turn the channel right away to Fox, and then all of a sudden it's undisputed. Dude, that happened a couple of times while I was at home. And hey, you just hate to see it. Jay Blaze is here. Perfect Cereal. John Michael Heisberg. Snoopaloop, Anthony Reagan, the Common Man, Daniel Lopes. Marvin's here. Brent, Jericho, homies in the house. Thanks for being here, everybody. I've been doing my best to unload all of my garbage NBA Top Shot moments. So let's do that today as well. If you haven't done it yet, like the stream, subscribe, and then into the chat, put hashtag tickets for sale. Hashtag tickets for sale, and then I'll give away a $1 moment because I've been offloading. Takifuki saying 30 for 30 would have been even more legendary, dude. The Zubac's performance yesterday was bonkers. But hey, because it's Monday, same old, right? We're going to go through every single game that happened this weekend, okay, from Friday on, which is like more than usual because nobody played on Thursday. Eric said, are you totally out on Top Shot? No. Not totally out, but I'm done owning 700 moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason for me to own 14,000 like Jakob Pertles or like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to keep the stuff that I'm excited about. I'm going to keep the moments that I like, but I'm done playing the game of like, yeah, if I get my Top Shot score up a little bit, like I'm done doing that. So I'm hanging on to all of my stuff that I care about. Most of it's locked. And then like, I have been paying attention to the marketplace as it's been tanking, and as it continues to go down, I'll scoop some more stuff I think that I'm excited about. But there's no reason to own 700 moments, right? Yeah, is there any use for tickets? Sure, we'll get some locker room packs at some point. But dude, you know what, Top Shot, we're not talking about you. We're not talking about you, bitchy bitch. Stubbs in the house. Good to see you, my man. All right, let's get into some of the hoops, all right? Because there's a lot of basketball, a lot of hoopy hoops that happened over the weekend, and like some fun developments. I think we're getting some. I don't know, dude. We're like almost like 20 games in, and so we're more than that actually. We're like 22 in some cases. So there's a lot of fun stuff to like monitor right now, and I feel like we're getting a good feel for who these teams are. Like it's no longer small sample size theater. We actually like have some notes now. We've got some real shit on them. But let's get started. Celtics and the Kangs, the red hot offensive juggernaut, Sacramento Kings. I watched this one on Friday night, and this was a fun one because Sacramento, like Celtics got off to a big lead. Sacramento came storming back, and then the Celtics went on like a 30-4 run or something and just like put them into the ground. Celtics won 122-104. Sabone Bone with an 18 and 10. De'Aaron Fox had 20 and 4. Dude, Tatum with again another 30. He had 38 and 4, and then Jaylen Brown had 25 and 5. Celtics just keep winning, man. We'll look at the standings as we get towards the end of it, but if they don't play the Chicago Bulls, they could be undefeated pretty much. They've lost to the Bulls twice. I forget what the other team they lost. Oh, the Cavs, right? Is the Cavs and Bulls? Are those the only two teams they've lost to? But they've been red hot, man. They've been red hot, and like Kings should feel good too, man. Sacramento's been playing really, really well. Man, there's just like a lot of parity in the league this year, where it feels like anybody could beat anybody. Actually, I'm seeing this in the World Cup too, where it seemed like at any given Sunday, just like anybody could beat anybody. It seems like pretty close. Yeah, Brent's saying the Cavs twice. All right, so they've lost to the Cavs and the Bulls. That's all of their losses. Hornets beat the Wolves 110-108. Dude, Minnesota, man, I just don't understand Minnesota. I feel bad for like Borland. I'm thinking of you, man. I'm thinking of you. At least you got your Vikings win. You like that? You get the Vikings win, so you can settle on that. But man, Anthony Edwards 25 and 5. D'Angelo Russell. I feel like anytime D'Angelo Russell has had a good game, the Wolves have lost. I haven't done the research to back that up. That might not be true at all. But I swear to God, every time I'm like D'Angelo Russell 20 and 10, it's in a Wolves loss. Rudy had 17 and 17. Cat hasn't been rebounding. I know that's a product of Rudy being around, but it's just kind of weird seeing him go like 19 and 4 on the Hornets side of things. Again, they're without LaMelo for a little bit, right? But then you have Kelly Oubre with 28 and 6 and Scary Terry with 22 and 8. Scary Terry, man, he's just balling, just continues to ball with no LaMelo. With no LaMelo ball, Terry Rozier picks up the ball. Whatever. I don't think there's too much to take away from this. Sixers and the Magic, they played each other twice this weekend, and no Joel Embiid, no Tyrese Maxey, no James Harden, and the Sixers just kept winning. Shake Milton had himself a weekend, 24 and 10. In the first game, Tobias Harris had 23 and 10. Shorshishnyang had 18 off the bench as well. Paolo is back in action now after he missed a week or so. He had 19. Wagner had 24 and 4, and then Bol with an 18 and 8. Yeah, the Milton and Melton combo. Dude, the Sixers, I'm not going to go like full conspiracy like all of those Grizzlies fans did when they're like, actually, the Grizzlies are better without Ja Morant. I've been saying that for years, dude. Look at the on-off. I'm not going to say that they're better without all of them, but the Sixers are deeper than we thought, right? They're deeper than they were last year. George says, I firmly believe PJ Tucker is going for the record for offensive production with the most minutes. Dude, if anybody is happy about what PJ Tucker is doing right now, it's Tony Snell. Like, Tony Snell will no longer be the poster boy. We're like 5 more PJ Tucker games away from being like, maybe it's not Tony Snell. Maybe it was PJ Tucker all along, you know? Perfect Serial says, do we think Paolo's falls out of the Rookie of the Year race for missing games? No, I think it just gets closer, right? So he's back now. He's back. He only missed a handful of games. I just think it like shrunk the league. Paolo was putting up like 30 on the reg for a little while, so he's got a lead. But I do think what Benedict Matherin's been doing is interesting. We're going to talk about the Rockets a little bit, and we're now seeing Jabari Smith, because Jabari was like not injured. He got sick, and then it took a little while for him to like come back. And now that he's back, he's actually playing like pretty well. So. We'll get to that as we keep going, though. But anyways, good win for the Sixers. Bol had 18 and 8. Yeah, we'll talk about the Clippers. Let's get it. We haven't done a drop yet. I'll give you a little Bol action, huh?
Bol.
His first name is Bol and his last name is Bol?
No, yeah.
His legs!
Yeah. Lucky legs.
Oh my God! I bet his legs are taller than my whole body. I'm leaving you for Bol. Like,
devastating. Just like a devastating thing. All right, let's keep moving. Let's talk about the New York Knickerbockers. Blazers won 132-129. So they're still without Dame. Dame's going to miss a little bit more time, probably another week or so. But But dude, Jeremy Grant's been awesome like this entire season. He put up 44 in that game. Nurk, who again, I feel like everyone is like, oh, dude, Dame's out. That means Simons and Grant cook, and it does. But Nurk's volume also goes way up. He had 28 and 7. Simons, who we just talked about, at 38 and 5. And then Julius Randle had 32. And then, as Eric Fernandez said, Brunson, the All-Star, 32 and 5. Dude, the Knicks are in trouble, man. Knicks are in trouble. We'll look at the standings after. I don't know what their fix is. I don't know what their fix is. I did that video about RJ Barrett. Like, RJ's been really bad. Jalen Brunson has been great, but like they just are not. They're not built to win right now, but they're also not built to lose right now. They're just in a weird spot, and I think they got to make a call soon. Perfect Zero says 1 ticket to that Knicks Blazers game through the Top Shot Discord. Hell yeah, dude. Do you know what I was thinking about doing? I don't know. I'm going to put this out there to my tri-state peeps. Celtics are playing the Nets on Sunday in Brooklyn. And since it's my birthday this weekend, I was thinking about maybe making that a thing. So I don't know. Stay tuned. You guys are around? If you guys are around, you want to go to the game? People are saying, let's get that regular season Randall drop. Let's do it.
Regular season Randall.
Hilarious. It's just hilarious. Pacers Nets. Speaking of those Brooklyn Nets, what a segue, dude. This is a professional show. Pacers won 128-117. Dude, it feels like the Pacers and Nets have played each other 100 times already this season. Personal saying, how do you not have more subs? Personal, I don't know, man. But this is what I need you to do, Personal. Share it with everybody. Dude, guilt your family and your friends to subscribing. This is a grassroots. This is a grassroots movement that we're going to take it to the people. Okay. We're going to take it to the people collectively. So do me a favor, blackmail everyone you know to get some subs. All right. I'm not above blackmail. I've been saying that for years. All right, Pacers and Nets. So the Pacers won 128-117. Kevin Durant had 36 and 9. Kyrie had 20 and 4. Ben Simmons, guys, no one wants to admit it. Ben Simmons might be back. Simmons had 26 and 5. I wrote down 29, 6 and 5, but I don't think that's true. I think it was to 20. 5. On the Pacers side of things, though, Benedict Matrin, he had 20 off the bench. Miles Turner with 23 and 8. Halliburton had 21 and 5. And then Buddy Hale had 26. Pacers, dude. Pacers, they're still hanging around. John Dubs, Yachty, you out there? You guys still collecting your, I know Stone Cold, too. All of you guys are your Pacers fans hanging on. Heat and Wizards. Jimmy Butler hasn't played since like NAM. But the Heat won 110-107. Coos had 28 and 7. Bradley Beal had 28 and 5. Bam, dude. This is what's so frustrating about Bam. Bam had 38 and 12. And it's like, just do that all the time. I mean, maybe not 38 and 12, but like you should be a 20 and 10 guy every game, right? I know he's like a defensive juggernaut, and that's like you don't just impact the game with stats. But there's like games where he just disappears. He should be 20 and 10 every single game. But a good game for Bam. And then, listen, I know we were talking about how the Heat need to upgrade their 4 spot, and they still do. They still do. But Caleb Martin's been, like, kind of good since he's returned. I don't know how the Heat fans feel about that, but he had 20 and 4 in this game, and I know he had another solid game the other night, too. I'm excited to talk about – anyways, so good one for the Heat. He seemed to be, like, turning around a little bit. I was excited to talk about this game because I don't know if people saw the highlights of this. Sorry, I'm not like getting comfortable with this hat. D Rose up in the house. I don't know if people saw the highlights of this Rockets Hawks game, but so Rockets won 128-122. But if you see the highlights, Trey and DeJounte Murray were talking so much shit in an L to the Houston Rockets. And I don't know. I feel like you're not those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't talk shit and lose to the Rockets, right? Can you imagine if like Tatum was running his mouth at like Lou Dort in a loss? Like you just can't do that, man. You can't do that. I don't understand. So anyways, they lost 128-122. And like DeJounte had 38, Trey had 44 and 5. There was one other guy on the team that hit double digits, and that was AJ Griffin off the bench with 11. But that was embarrassing, man. You can't do that. Like it was, and they also like none of them had any assists. So it was just a weird game. And then on the Rocket side of things, I was talking about Jabari Smith. So Jabari had 21 and 9, a solid game from him. Jalen Green had a good shooting night. He had 35 and 5. Kevin Porter Jr., I saw a stat where he had just a million turnovers so far this season, but he had 12, 10, and 7. So Eric saying AJ Griffin isn't bad. No, AJ Griffin, I mean, he's been He's earned himself some minutes. He's been pretty solid. Yeah, DeJounte back in summer trash talk form. Dude, there's no one man, I was like on DeJounte Mountain, right? You guys remember this. Like I had planted my flag, I bought some property, I invested in some hotels because I was gonna make it a tourist attraction. We put in a water slide and stuff like that. And I'm selling. I'm selling I sold my hotel to Trump. Like I just can't. He's like so hard to root for. Yeah, the Murray hitting a dude after a three is the most disrespectful shit I've seen in a minute. In a loss, dude, you can't. Honestly, we're gonna do a TikTok about this today. You can't tap somebody on the head and then lose. And like, okay, if you do that against the Bucks, right? You do that to Grayson Allen. Nobody likes Grayson Allen. I'm here for that. You should do that. It's also against a good team that's trying to win basketball games. The Houston Rockets are trying to lose, man. They don't want to win games. They're rolling out a bunch of 19-year-olds. Like you can't tap and then just fucking get smoked. I don't understand. I don't get it. Anyways, all right, let's keep going. So a W for the Rockets, L for the Hawks. I was so excited to watch this game, and then it was over in the first quarter. Grizzlies 132, Pels 111. Grizzlies were up like 1 million in the first quarter. I think they started the game on like a 29-7 run. And then Brandon Ingram got hurt. So we have to monitor the Ingram news. Yeah, Alex says, is it just me or was Murray? No, Murray in the summer league, not summer league, in the stuff in Seattle. It was just bad. Chop saying what happens to Murray over the summer. Dude, this is what I would say. I think Murray's always been like this, and San Antonio had him on lockdown, right? Why did San Antonio not? I don't know. I've got some inside sources over in the San Antonio organization, and I'm just saying they weren't mad to see DeJounte go. I'll just say that, okay? Let's keep off the record though. Yeah, anyways, the Grizzlies started off that game like on a 29-7 run or something wild like that. Zion had 14 and 5, and then he stopped playing because they were dead. Trey Murphy had 21 off the bench, and he had a bunch of points because they were out of the game. Jaren Jackson Jr., and all of these are in like limited minutes because the game was over immediately. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 20 and 4. Triple J looks good, y'all. Like he's back. Grizzlies are going to be a problem. They're like consistently winning games without Desmond Bane. Dylan Brooks had 25, and then Ja with the 23 and 11. People are asking if it's Fortune Main. I'm not releasing my sources, dude. All right. Not in this house. In this house, we appreciate privacy unless it's somebody who DMs me, and then I'm just going to like share it. All right, here we go. What do we got? Bucks Cavs. Good weekend for the Bucks. They beat some real teams. 117-102. Donovan Mitchell with 29, Garland with 20 and 4, Giannis with like a cash 38 and 9, and then Bobby Portis is 14 and 8. Bucks got Drew Holiday back too. Middleton is almost back, right? He's not there yet, but he's almost back. And Bucks, just keep beating who's in front of them, so they should feel good. Giannis, I just been like, I don't know if he's getting. I think we're just like he's kind of in Luka mode where it's like, yeah, dude, this is what he does. He just gets like 30 and 10. That's just like that's his game, man. So deal with it. It's not special anymore. Instead, we put like Zubac on the thumbnail. But yeah, Bucks, dude, just keep winning. Giannis keeps performing. They're going to be, I still like, I know the Celtics have been rolling. I'd still, my money would still be on Milwaukee to come out of the East. And again, I know, dude, I fucking love Boston. Wicked pumped to be here. But I still think the Bucks are probably the best team. Thunder and the Bulls, dude. Where's D Rose at? D Rose said Giannis is otherworldly. Yeah, but how about them Bulls? The Thunder took it to him 123-119. DeMar DeRozan had 30 and 6. Zachary Levine had 27 and 5. SGA, another just like easy 30 points. He had 38 and 7. And then Giddey was an assist away from a triple double with 10, 13 and 9. Let me ask you this. Where is Zach Levine in February? Riddle me this, Batman. Where's Levine in February? Is he on the Bulls? I don't think it's DeRozan. I don't think it's DeRozan that moves, but is Levine on the Bulls in February? They don't even have their pick. That's the other thing, right? Shout out Bucci Mane. Ooh, dude, shout out Vinny Del Negro. This is the most frustrating Bulls team post Vinny Del Negro. Yeah. Weisberg says on the Lakers. Yeah, where do you guys think Levine is? No, Knicks are going to do the most Nick thing ever and trade for him. Maybe. Boston. I don't see him going to Boston. Yeah, dude, the Bulls are in trouble, man. They really are. And the Magic out there being like, what if we got 2 top 5 picks? That's where they are at right there. Rose says Levine is not really tradable. He's so maxed out with 4 years left. Yeah, I know, but I think that actually makes him tradable, doesn't it? I mean, just like thinking about what the TV deal is going to look like. And then if you trade for him, you have him. right? It's not like a 1-year rental. I don't know. Shiggins says Lakers have nothing the Bulls would want. Dude, the most tradable things, I mean, the most like the sexiest stuff right now are those Lakers picks. You know, that's the sexiest stuff out there right now. All right. I don't know. Bulls are fucked. Lakers and Spurs. Man, there were so many great games on Friday. I mean, so many games. Lakers and Spurs, 105-94. LeBron has returned. LeBron had 21, 8, and 5 in his first game back. Dude, Anthony Davis, I know he falls down and everybody gets nervous. But Anthony Davis has just been putting up huge ass double-doubles every single game. 25 and 15. Spurs suck, dude. That like they tricked us for a week and then they were like, call the ambulance. But this time it is for me. And Keldon Johnson, 15 and 9. Devin Vassell, 18 and 6. Back to the Levine stuff. We're saying my concern with Levine is he doesn't look fully recovered. Cavs could use him, but probably can't afford him. Who could absorb that contract? Bulls actually own the Trailblazer pick this year if it's not in the lottery. There you go. All right, so it's not all bad. It's not all bad. Good win for the Lakers. That's what you got to do. Whatever. Suns and Pistons, 108-102. Dude, the Pistons are now getting like really sad. They are in full Wemby mode. Bojan Bogdanovic got hurt in this game, so he's going to be out for a little bit. Cade is going to miss, like, it sounds like a considerable amount of time. It's Isaiah Livers season, and even he sucks. But Bojan had 19 before getting hurt. Killian Hayes, like, low-key's been kind of okay. He's been okay. Killian had 17, 9, and 8. DeAndre Ayton, though, a couple of big double-doubles this weekend at 28 and 12, and then Booker is still 21, 7, and 5. Listen, I still don't think the Suns look awesome, but I got to eat the L because they just keep beating the teams in front of them. In-game voices, will Scotty Barnes be back this game week? That's a great question in game voice. And what I'll tell you is tune in to So Rare live before lock at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time right here on the Team Hold channel. I don't know, man. I don't know, though. The Raptors thing, they just continue to get hurt. The one thing I will say is that it sounds like Pascal Siakam has returned to practice. And if he does, that kind of limits the upside for everyone but Siakam and Fred VanVleet, in my opinion. So there we go. Pistons made it a game, though. Campaign closed this one. Yeah, close this one. Yeah, I know. Campaign, dude. Campaign season. Oh, coffee. Coffee feels good today. Last game. No, we got 2 more games for Friday night. The Warriors, 129-118. Lauri Markkanen had 24 and 6. You know who's been playing really good this season is Jordan Clarkson. I know he doesn't play a lick of defense, but he's been playing really well. 21 and 10. Kelly O had 21, and then Chef Curry with 33 and 5. Wiggs had 20 and 9. Clay 20 and 6. Warriors win. I believe the Warriors are 500 now. We'll look at the standings in a little bit. Good dub for them. I think like every time the Warriors win a game, you should just make another bet on Steph to win MVP. Because I feel like we haven't really been talking about it too much. Myself as well. Like I've been like Tatum's MVP, Luka's MVP, Giannis MVP, and Steph has been unreal this year. He's been unreal. Wow, I sounded old as fuck because I said he doesn't play a lick of defense. Am I wrong on that? Or are we just saying like defensive for olds? Boom is like defense. Good win for the Warriors. Beat the Jazz. Jazz coming back down to earth a little bit, but even though they've been losing, they've been like putting up very good games. We'll talk about the Suns one they had on Sunday in a little bit. Last game of the night, Nuggets Clippers. Nuggets won 114-104. Clippers are without Kawhi Leonard. They're without Paul George for a little bit, without a timetable for the return. Clippers are in trub. Aaron Gordon had 29 and 7. Jokic had 19, 13, and 6. Jamal Murray, guys, Jamal Murray's back. All right. I'm just telling you right now, Jamal Murray back in action, 21 and 9. And then Johnny Wall had 23 off the bench. Also, I know I've pumped basketball feelings a few times here. We've given out some subs, but if you check out Basketball Feelings, Katie Heindel's Substack, she did a good piece on John Wall and his return yesterday. So check that out. What else? Ja and Steph neck and neck for MVP, in my opinion. Yeah. Ja's been fantastic too. All right, let's get into the Saturday action. Raptors 105, Mavericks 100. This was a tough weekend for the Mavs. Mavs lost 2 games back-to-back. Luka's been annoying as hell. Still putting up numbers, but just annoying. OG Anunoby had 26 and 9. Dude, OG's been really good. He's been really good this year. Fred VanVleet had 26, 7, and 6. And then Chris Bobby Boucher had 22 and 13 off the bench. Luka 24, 9, and 7. If you're the Mavericks, you can't be losing those games, man. You really can't. I don't know what they do, too. They don't really have any moves to be made. This morning, they released Facundo Campasso for Kemba Walker, which, like, I don't know. That's the most desperate. So Kemba is on the Mavs now. We'll talk about the game against the Bucks. They start in the second half of that game. They started Christian Wood over Dwight Powell, and people are like, oh, maybe they're finally unlocking Christian Wood. I mean, yes, it gives you another offensive thing, but man, I don't know how that actually helps. Top Shot comment said, since we only have one legitimate player, please refer to us as the Dallas Maverick. The Maverick. I mean, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I wonder when Lucas starts complaining, you know? And I don't mean to the refs. I mean about the organization. Good win for the Raptors, though. I mean, the Raptors, like we were saying, Scotty Barnes has missed some time. Siakam's missed some time. Like, they haven't been healthy. This is what sucks about this. This is the same thing that happened to Toronto last year, right? Where they just couldn't get healthy. And when they were healthy, they looked dangerous, but they just couldn't be healthy. And so the fact that they're staying afloat here. Torb, I saw you put that comment in there. What do you mean, what's up with Momentum Labs? What do you mean? What happened? Did they get canceled over the weekend? What do you mean? What's up with them? All right, anyways, let's keep moving. Rockets Thunders. Rockets won 2 games this weekend. Rockets won 118-105. SGA put up 32 and 3. So SGA, just cash 30. Giddy at 18 and 5. But this one, Shingun had 21, 19 and 7. Baby Zubac, if you will. Jalen Green, 28 and 9. And then again, another nice double for Jabari at 15 and 13. Well, good wins. Good wins for them. It's nice to see those Rockets young guys playing good. I really want Shingun to be a consistent thing. He's been fun. I mean, hey, it's my best ball bags. That's what I'm rooting for, which I should probably take a look at some point today. But yeah, big game for Shingun. Jalen Green too, continuing to pop. Oh, is it about? Yeah. They put it at the top of the spreadsheets. I honestly missed this too, Torb. I missed this too. But at the top of the spreadsheets, also in the Discord, he made an announcement that he was traveling for Thanksgiving. So they should be updated for this week. So it just affected the weekend slate. All right, I've finished the coffee. I feel good now. I feel good. Let's go. All right, so Rockets 2-0 over the weekend. Huge. Lakers, Spurs. Shout out the Lakers. They get to play the Spurs twice in a weekend. Back-to-back. 143, 138. AD sat that one. So LeBron went ham. He had 39 and 11. Dennis Schroeder had 21. Keldon Johnson finally had a good game at 26 and 10. Trey Jones with 23 and 13. And Devin Vassell with 20. Again, I don't think there's anything to take away from this, right? Lakers beat the Spurs twice. Congratulations. Spurs are now officially being like, hey, we're gonna try to lose. And they did. Yeah. The Odell Beckham Jr. thing was wild. What was so funny about that whole situation, I don't know, for those that didn't see, he got removed from a plane, and then made everybody deplane too. So I'm sure that was great. What was so funny though, I was on Twitter and I saw the Odell Beckham Jr. tweet before we found out what happened, right? He was just kind of never in my wildest dreams or something like that. And then all of a sudden, and then nothing, and you didn't hear anything for 3 hours, but then we found out. I'm sure we'll hear more. All right. Last game of the Saturday night. SATUYDAY. Night. Suns 113, Jazz 112. Jordan Clarkson again 22 and 5. They started Colin Sexton, who put up 20 and 5. Dude, my dog's dreaming right now. Can you see that little fluff? Dude, he's dreaming. Look at that shit. My camera's too. Oh, look at that. Look at that. He's just dreaming. Can you hear it too? What do you think he's dreaming about? All right. Anyways. Yeah, there he goes. All right, let's keep going. Play the cat, go bear, pick and roll, please. God, it was so bad, right? It was so bad. I don't have it pulled up. I was gonna do a little tiki-taki with it later. But anyways, Marketing had 15 and 10. And then again, listen, we were 8 and another big double-double, 29 and 21. There's been some big double-doubles, 29 and 21, man. And then D-Book had 27, 11, and 7. He's dreaming of the Tandy and Bandy segment. That'd be good for Tandy. Nope, no update on Momentum Labs. What are you talking about, Torb? Torb, I'm confused. Did you hear us talk about it a second ago? Maybe you're behind. I'll just pull it up right now. We can show it. Actually, and while I do pull it, don't forget we're doing a little trade ticket giveaway, huh? We're doing a little trade ticket giveaway. Let's see. Let me pull up the NBA fantasy projections. Also sign up for Momentum Labs. We love to see it. All right. So right now we're at moment ranks. Hold on. Let's go to So Rare. Last game week 12 updated this morning at 5 a.m. Pacific time. So this was updated 90 minutes ago. 90 minutes ago. So we should have a full update, baby. You see Carl Towns couldn't hit the 3 to save his life. Yeah, dude, he's having a tough go at it. He's tough go at it the last couple days. All right, here we go. Just a reminder. Like the stream, subscribe, hashtag tickets for sale. And we'll give some stuff away. And by stuff, I mean one moment. All right, let's get into the Sunday action. Celtics won again. They beat the Wizards without Tatum, who is a game time decision for tonight's game. I think they were just resting him for the most part. But I'm sorry. Bradley and Angus had 21 and 4. Off the bench, Malcolm Brogdon had 17 and 6, and then Jaylen Brown had 36 and 5. Good win for the Celtics. Good win because Tatum wasn't playing. That's why I think it was a good win. They just continue to win games. Nets Blazers. Nets won 111. Blazers 97. Jeremy Grant 29 and 5. Nurk had 17 and 10. KD with another 31, 5 and 5. Kyrie Irving had 22. Simmons. This is more of a Simmons line, right? 2 points, 12 boards, 8 assists. And then Seth Curry played 29 minutes and scored 29 points, which is pretty efficient. 7 for 10 from 3. So we finally got a Seth Curry game. Feel like we had it. He's been hurt, finally coming back, playing some regular minutes again. 7 for 10 from 3. Holy shit. Good win for the Nets, though. Nets, I'm not scared of the Nets making like a deep run or anything, but they're at least playing a little bit more consistent basketball now. It makes a little bit more sense. So, Edmund Sumner's not playing 40 minutes anymore. I think that's good for basketball. But anyways, good game for Seth. Warriors, Wolves. Warriors won 137-114. Steph's line was 25, 11, and 8. Clay had 21. Draymond had 19 and 11, which we never see that shit from Draymond. Jordan Poole had 24 off the bench. Karl Anthony Towns with a quiet 21, Ant with 26. That Wolves thing, man, we're going to look at the standings here in a few minutes. That Wolves thing is tough. It's tough. Travel Addict Guy, what's up, my man? Thanks for being here. That situation is not great, Bob, and I feel like we're going to hear more before long. Clippers got to win 114-100. Look at this. Look at this. Zubac had 31 points and 29 rebounds. He had 12 offensive rebounds, 31 and 29. Miles Turner, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. You got Zubac, bro. You guys want to trade for Miles Turner and get you got Zubac, 31 and 29. And honestly, Zubac has been pretty good this entire season. He's been playing really well. And a lot of this, I'm sure more of the usage went to him when you're missing guys like Kawhi and Paul George, who are going to take 20 shots a game. More offense opens up, but holy hell, 31 and 29. Yeah, Shiggins, great comp. Prime Kevin Love numbers. You're absolutely right. Prime Kevin Love, except Zubac played a little bit of defense. 31 and 29. Holy shit. Jalen Smith had a pretty good game. He had 23 and 9. Norman Powell had 19 and 5, and Hallie Burton with another double, 15 and 11. All right, I was giving the Heat props, but then they got smoked by the Cavs. Cavs won 113-87. Bam had 21 and 6. And I feel like, did Allen have 25 and 7? Is that right? Wait, hold on. I think I skipped something. I got to double check. Something. Okay. I'm sorry. That was the wrong. I did the wrong thing. That was from, I knew that felt weird. That was from the wrong game. I forgot to delete that from my last thing. Heat beat the Hawks. There we go. Heat beat the Hawks 106-98. Bam had 32 and 8. Again, a good Bam game. 2 good Bam games in a row. Caleb Martin, again, 20 and 9. Johnny Collins had 23 and 14. And then Trey, 22 and 14. Chop said, won my first limited reward last week. It was Zubac, and he just won me a limited 2-tier. Let's go, Chops. We'll talk about So Rare in a second here. Good win for the Heat. That was a good weekend for them, man. They took two dubs, no Jimmy buckets. Hawks, tough weekend for the Hawks. Too bad. Well, the Heat one is more defensible. If you beat the Rockets and you weren't weird about it, it would have been fine. But instead, you lose to the Rockets and you lose to the Heat. It's a tough situation. All right, now the Cavs. Cavs beat the Pistons 102-94. Evan Mobley had 20 and 13. Johnny Mitchell had 32, Garland 19 and 5, and Marvin Baggs had 19 and 10. Fenny, dude, if you were on time, we already talked about this, Fenny. Just kidding. Fenny, thank you for being here. Mavs did sign Kemba. Do you feel bad for Tommy Brady? No. He's 45. He shouldn't be playing football anymore. All right, Grizz Knicks. I'm just trying to get through this. We gotta get through this because there was some other stuff I wanted to do. Grizzlies won 127, 123. Knicks lose again. Jalen Brunson had 30 and 9. Ja had 27, 14 and 10. A big old triple double from Ja. Had a triple double, couldn't even get on the thumbnail because Zubac had an insane performance. Jaren Jackson Jr. at 21 and 5. Dylan Brooks 23 and 5. RJ 22 and 7. We already talked about the Knicks. Knicks are fucked. I don't know what they're going to do. 2 games left. Philly and the Magic. Philly won 133-103. This is a fun stat from Cleaning the Glass. The Magic were favored by a half point going into this game and then lost by 30. Tobias Harris, 25 and 5. Shake It Up Milton, 29 and 7. Daniel House, 19 off the bench. Paul Reed with a little dub off the bench, 12 and 13. And then Paolo Banchero at 18. Nothing really to talk about with the Magic. And then last game of the night, we kind of alluded to it. The Mavericks in a free fall. Bucks 124, Mavs 115. Luka. Man, let's do the drop, honestly.
Luka Magic.
All right, Luka 27-12, Spencer Dinwiddie 22, Christian Wood 21-7, Giannis 30 and 11, Grayson Allen sighting 22 and 5, and then Bobby Portis at 15 and 10. Yeah, we already talked about like the Mavericks problems, right? So Bucks with a good weekend. They beat 2 teams. They beat 2 real teams. I forget, was it the Cavs on Friday and then the Mavs on Sunday? That's like a good weekend for them. It just highlights the problems. Like, I don't think it's wild that the Mavericks lost to the Bucks. I think, but it just continues to highlight that they are just in trouble. Like that they just don't have the depth. They don't have anybody else that can do anything. All right, here we go. Remember, like the stream, subscribe, # tickets for sale. Let's look at the standings here. Let's blow this out a little bit. So Celtics, dude, 9-1 in their last 10, 16-4. Again, they've lost 2 games to Cleveland and 2 games to Chicago. 9-1 at home, 7-3 away. Like, they are balling. And then Milwaukee's right behind them, 14-5. Then a little bit of a drop off with Cleveland at 13-7. Pacers still, dude. Pacers are the Pacers right now. You end the season. What's the score? 3-2. Sorry, I just saw this right here. It was 2-0. 2-0 Ghana when I stopped looking. Let's go South Korea, baby. People saying, let's look at those Nikes. Oh, is there? There we go. I see what you're saying. But yeah, Pacers right now. If the season ended right now, Pacers hosting a playoff series. Atlanta's 11-9. Philly's 11-9. 7-3 in their last 10 without Maxey and Harden is wild. Raptors right there, 10-9. Wiz are still 10-10. Brooklyn, look at Brooklyn 6-4 in their last 10, 10-11. Miami 6-4 in their last 10, 10-11. Knicks 9-11, 9-11. Never forget. Bulls 8-11. And then here's the dumpster fire of the Charlotte Hornets 6-14, Magic 5-15, and then Detroit basketball 5-17. So there you go. There you go. That's the Eastern Conference. On the Western Conference, dude, Suns 6-4 in the last 10. They continue to win. They are 13-6. Denver's coming in now. Get ready for some Denver. 6-4 in their last 10. They're 12-7. But they've now, everyone on the team has gotten sick and they're feeling better now. So there you go. You got that going for them. Grizz 5-5 in their last 10. They're 12-8. Look at how tight all of this is, though, right? There are 3.5 games separating 1st and 10th. So if you are Minnesota and you're like, wow, vibes are bad, down bad, everything hurts, we suck. Just you're 3.5 games out of freaking 1st. Like, that is toy. Pelicans 11-8, Clippers 12-9, Kangs 10-8. And then you get the Trailblazers 11-9, Jazz 12-10, Warriors a game over 500, 7-3 in their last 10. They're 11-10. T-Wolves 10-10. Mavericks are now officially in the lottery at 9-10. Oklahoma City Thunder 8-12. Look, Lakers 5-5 in their last 10. They've moved to 7-11. They're only 5.5 games out of 1st. And then the Spurs and the Rockets down there trying to lose. It's wild, man. It is pretty close. Matt says if the Pistons didn't win at Utah and Denver this week, they would be dominating the Wemby sweepstakes. That's true. I still don't think they're gonna have a problem dominating. Again, like when you look at those teams down at the bottom, right? So we've got let me blow this up a little bit more here. When you look at the teams down at the bottom, right? So you got 6-14, 5-15, 5-17 on the West. You've got 6-15, 5-14. I think like the Pistons with Cade Cunningham's going to miss a lot of time. So I think the Pistons are going to lose a ton of games. Now they're going to be missing Boyan for a little bit. They are in trouble. They are in trouble. So I think Detroit's going to be right there. Detroit, Houston, and San Antonio are, and I mean, honestly, the Magic are going to just win a couple of weird games, but yeah, I don't know. But that's the wrap up of the conference standings right now. Oop, we got a cough. Excuse me. Let's go over to So Rare. So rare. What's Mick? What are you talking? You went to the Cavs Piston games last night with the Top Shot crew. Was that the Packaliers, Mick Beeman? He said, very nice arena, Little Caesars. They had us in the club section up top, free food and drinks. Got to go on the court afterwards, shoot a free throw. My son loved it. Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Love that you had that experience. It's very exciting. First thing I want to do as we go over to So Rare, because I wanted to check to see how people have been doing. I got to tell you guys, it seems like people have been having fun with those sweats based on what I'm seeing in the Discord and seeing on Twitter. People are enjoying the sweats over on So Rare, which is fun. But this right here, Justin Jackson, we're going to be giving away this rare card a little bit later today at our Live Before Lock show, because Coach Stark Holmes, right? The man, the myth, the legend, absolutely crushed this weekend. He finished, I want to pull this up. He finished 34th in the limited champion. So that won him a rare tier 2, and then finished 62nd in the limited Western Conference. So absolutely crushed. So he's going to be giving that away tonight. So that was, shout out him for giving back. We love to see it. I'll show you what my live looks. Oh no, now we're into let's get our free card. Let's do this live. Let's see. Oh, Sandro, Micah, dude, okay. Kessler Edwards, I think, is the only guy I've ever heard of. Who are these guys? All right, who do we pick? I'll let the chat decide. Who do we pick here for the free card? I've been seeing people get like good cards to pick for free. All of mine have been dog shit. Yeah, tell me, who are we picking here? Who are we picking? People saying Kistler. BD said no. Yeah, Justin Jackson. He appears every once in a while in a Celtics blowout. Yeah, all right, so we got one vote for Kessler. Anybody else? What do you guys think? What do you guys think here? Pick from the worst team. God, but what is the worst team here? I think it's Kessler. I think it's Kessler. Here. Let's go Kessler. Remember, we were excited about his 4K. Congrats, Kessler. Welcome aboard. All right, let's go look at my past. All right, so my common contender. Here we go. We finished 23,000. That's lame. 7,000 though in the champion. Torrey Craig of a little bit of a letdown, and then whatever, who cares? Let's get into the sex appeal stuff. Limited contender. This one is I believe this was a limited tier 3 here, with Ben Simmons putting up 36, Mathurin put up 38, Paul Reed with 34. Laurie kind of let me down here and needed like 40 plus from him, and then Manhands with 29. Limited champion. This was honestly just the cards that I had left, so I just fired it in there. The limited Western though, this was a tier 2, I think, or maybe tier 3. We had LeBron 67. Dude, look at Shaedon Sharp just taking a dump for us all, huh? 8 points. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? Wet Like a Book says 30 minutes behind, but I'm headed to the Suns Kang tonight. The Beam bitches ain't ready. Hell yeah, man. Enjoy the game. There we go. He might get minutes tonight on the second half of the back-to-back. There we go. The beard is strong. Dude, look at all these. Look at all these, W. Thanks, guys. Last week I got Jaylen Brown in the free drop. All right. All right. So those are and then my rare contender did all right. So my rare contender, we had, I think we won a rare tier 3. Again, Grant, Paul Reed, man, Zion with the letdown here, right? This had some real upside potential, but Zion only played one game and it was a blowout. But why don't I quickly, before we get out of here, let's take a look at what we got for upcoming. You'll notice they introduced a limited Eastern contender. Look at how many people have been registered already, though. Actually, let's go back here for 1 second. Look at this. Limited contender had almost 8,000. Limited champion, 6,000. Limited Western Conference, 3,000. And then almost 3,000, the rare contender. And then look, the free shit, though. 71,000, 83,000, 60,000. Unreal. Let's build Let's see if I can build an Eastern Conference one. So we've got DeJounte. This is done MVP, though, which kind of sucks. I don't really love this. Honestly, this would be a waste of my cards. I shouldn't be doing this. I don't own enough solid Eastern guys. But let's do a rare contender first. So dude, Jeremy Grant's up to 37, but it kind of makes sense, right? It kind of makes sense. We're going to have to wait for injury news, honestly. But like Utah's up to 20, Jalen Smith up to 20, Terrence Mann, Paul Reed now up to 16. Paul Reed's probably going to grade out as still a solid play with as long as Embiid's going to miss more time. I do think there's a fair conversation about what lineups we should choose to build first. Yeah, listen, I've been of the mindset that we focus on the contenders. I think the champions, you need to have two studs for champions, right? You need a LeBron, a Jokic. You need AD Booker. You need two really solid guys to do it. I think for cheaper, there's more strategy involved to building your contenders. I've enjoyed that a little bit more. It feels a little bit more accessible to everyone. There's more strategy involved. So there we go. Prizes went down in the conference contest, though. That's good to note. I know our man NBA Top Shot Talk always shares all of that stuff, so pay attention to him. I think he might be joining the show today too if he's back in action from the holiday. He's going to be coming on, which is exciting. It's good that we have guests. Shout out Noam and Jeb who covered the show on Friday. I didn't have the best service out in Massachusetts, and then ended up getting my little drink on and watch the World Cup. We the people saying what happened to our daily free cards, dude. You can still do them. You just gotta get them. I literally just did it a second ago. I got Kessler Edwards and it was trash. You can still do that though. All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap there because I got to get ready for a meeting that's happening in a little bit and take the dog to poo. But just a reminder, Live Before Lock is back at 5:30 Eastern. We'll have a value hunting show come out a little bit later today. We also have the great 89 Cavs return. And we're back to a normal week of content. Like I said, it's my last week of 37. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be fire. But the morning show, Monday through Friday at 9. 89 Cavs, you already talked about. On Wednesday, Shot Tank returns. I think it's on this channel. I can't remember. And then Friday, also, dude, we booked a bunch of fun guests that I'm really excited about. Haley O'Shaughnessy is actually going to be coming on the show in the next week or so. Mike Malloy, another comedian who is very funny, is going to be coming on the show. And I got some more guests lined up I think December is going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. All right. Really looking forward to it. Appreciate everyone for being here. Be safe out there. All right. I'll see you guys in a little bit.